So next is we have mathematical functions. So the average function. So what we're passing in here is just a number, like a series of numbers. So it could be a list, it could be individual numbers, but there's no limit to how many numbers you could pass in to this formula. So what we have here is 1, 5, and 9. And 1, 5, and 9, if you average it out, that's a total of 15 divided by 3. So it gives you an average of 5. So what you see here is A2 until C2. So what it's saying is we're actually passing in a range of characters over here. So it's just a shorthand way of saying you don't need to place in single cell values. We just say that give me everything that is in between A2 and C2 and average it out. So let's try it out. So average, and then pick this one. So what I'm doing right now is holding the shift key and I'm selecting the two other values over here, and it gives you 5. So just to show you a different way, let's try out average again, and let's click like each of the cells one by one, and then this one and C3, and it will give you the same result. So A3, B3, C3, that's individual cells as compared to this one. This is a range of cells. So that's average. Next is int. Int is more of just getting the whole number portion of a decimal. So what you have over here is 123.99. And when we pass to int, it just truncates the decimal portion, and you're left with 123. So if we put it in 8. So do take note, there's no rounding off. So it simply cuts the decimal portion off. So we get 123. So next is mod. So what mod does is it divides a number, and then it gets and gives you the remainder after dividing by this number. So if we have 10 divided by 3, so 10 divided by 3 would give you 3, remainder 1. So what mod does, it gives you the remainder. So for example, if we have mod, we just give it the number followed by the divisor. So we're saying 10 divided by 3, give me the remainder. Give me the remainder if you divide 10 by 3. Which is 1. Rand is the short term for random. So what it does is it simply gives you a random number to play with. So that number is actually less than 1. So I just pass in the function of rand, and it just gives me a random number. So let's type in rand. So we're not passing anything. So it gives you like a random number. And the curious thing is once you type in, it actually affects the other functions as well. So they're all random numbers now. Next is round. So round is more of rounding off a specific number. And we pick how many digits after the decimal. So for example, over here, 9.675. Let's say I want to round it off like to 2 places. So round it off to 2 places, it will give you 9.68, and it rounds up. So round A2 followed by the number of places that I want it to be 2 digits after the decimal. So just type it out, round, and then I want it to be 2 digits, and it gives me 9.68. So if I try it out as round again, and let's say it's 1 digit, so it should give me 9.7. Sum. So of course, sum, you just need to give a list of values. It could be multiple, it could be a range of values. It's fairly similar with the average function. So we have 1, 5, and 9. It gives you 15. So I'm setting up a range of values over here. So A2 until C2. Let's add it all up. So let's type it in, sum. Notice I'm holding the shift button again and selecting and close it out. So it gives you 15 as the total.